Here's what people have to realize. What's going on today? We've been publicly supportive of both Trump. We've been publicly supportive of Biden in areas. We've been publicly supportive and not supportive of Trump or Biden. We have voted. We voted for left. We voted for right. I have voted for both sides politically. I think when you forget, like I run a company with people on the left, people on the right, people in the middle, people Christian, Muslim, it doesn't matter. We have people from all walks of life in the company. When you no longer want to hear what the other side has to say, you have a big problem, okay? You have a big problem. By the way, as much as we talk about these Twitter suspensions that we're talking about, if it becomes being handed out left and right freely, you're playing with fire right there. When you saw, like the James O'Keefe thing where they took the guy down.
Project Veritas.
But then you saw what he said. If you do this, you get your account back. And what did he say? I'm back. Is it fair to say that here's Project Veritas? He shows videos of Jack Dorsey. He throws Jack Dorsey under the bus, and Dorsey still lets him stay on? I don't know about that. I don't know if you guys understand what I'm saying or not. So he puts videos of Dorsey and puts videos of executives of Twitter talking about their political agenda, and Twitter still keeps them on?
Why are you saying that happened, right?
That just happened. Yeah. What are you doing keeping them on?
Right.
Okay, so you understand where I'm going with this?
Absolutely. It's saying that they're not going to just boot you for
what I'm trying to say is if you keep there is a very annoying aspect of what he is very annoying to people in the left in Silicon Valley. Very annoying because he's calling all them out.
He pokes the bear.
And you let that guy stay on? Yeah. So there has to be.
Why do you think they let him stay on?
Well, because he hasn't maybe broken the guidelines yet, and they've given him opportunities to come back, delete this tweet or do this and do that, and they're great.
I respect that.
So what I'm saying to you is I also respect that. So the challenge happens when the far right folks don't have the ability to reason, and the challenge happens when far left folks don't have the ability to reason. If you can't do that, just go to a place where everybody agrees with you, because this ain't the place.
Well,
the David podcast ain't the place that you're going to agree with everything we talk about. This is not the podcast for you. Go to a complete different place than here.
No, back to your point of what we're doing here, how Tom was a little further right, I was further left, we're bringing it together. You have things that, you're more left on, more right on, capitalism, social issues, something that I think as a country we need to do better than is blanket statements. If you voted for Trump, then you're a racist.
Yep.
I'll never speak to you again. If you voted for Biden, then you're clearly a communist. You're a socialist. I know what you are. You're Antifa. If you voted for Trump, clearly you hate anyone that's different. Like, dude, relax. Trump's a Nazi. Dude, what are you talking about? It's so freaking extreme. To the ability to reason, the ability to have a conversation that say, Tom, I disagree with this, but I hear you on this, and this. Can we agree that da-da-da-da? Well, Pat, you said, everything that you said is exactly the reason why we do this podcast. We want to have different voices coming together and finding some commonality here. And that's a problem in this country is the complete just, well, you this or you this. It's messed up, and I think that needs to be worked.
Yeah, look, I'm here because of the idea of America, which is what? Freedom of speech, pro. Second Amendment, pro. Just look at my safe. You can go down the list of stuff that America offers you, right? Free enterprise, all in. Freedom of assembly, all day long. You go down. Freedom of religion, what do you want to be? Go be at it. You want to be Christian, Jehovah, 7-day, go for it. All of those things is why many immigrants like myself are in America, happily in America. I'm going to do my part to fight to make sure those things stay in place. Having said that, you are absolutely naive if you don't realize how much influence social media, Silicon Valley have. And by the way, to everybody on the right that complains about it, do something about it. Parler's not the way to go, by the way. Parler, look, there's a saying that in business, you say, bring him in first, baptize him later, okay? Too many people want to baptize before they bring him into the church. I don't know if that saying makes sense. Let me explain to you what I mean by this. So, for example, I go to a bike shop the other day. I want to buy something. I'm going to spend a few $100s, maybe less than $1,000. I said, put your mask on. I said, I forgot my mask at the house. I said, you guys got one of these blue masks? No, we don't have the mask. Go get it yourself.
Wow.
So I'm like, this guy. So I'm like, okay. So I go back, I get the mask, I come back, and I'm thinking to myself, The mask I went on Amazon. You can buy $149. You can buy 2,000 masks. Ends up becoming 7 cents a pop for a mask, okay? Your 7 cents just cost you $500.
Right.
That $500 profit margin to you is typically 40%. On the 40%, you're going to end up keeping, 20%. Say $100 you would have netted because you got to pay the employee sales, rent, all this stuff. You just 7 cents, 100. You tell me which Bitcoin, which stock that you spend 7 cents gives you $100. Not one investment is going to give you that, right? Okay. So let's just say you are anti-mask. Let's just say you say this is stupid. Nobody should be wearing a mask. We're such followers and sheeps. Okay, say you believe that. Fine. Is it worth you not having a box of masks there to allow a liberal who wears 4 masks to come in that spends $1,000? Do you care politically where a person is if they're going to do business with you? No. That's called capitalism. If you only want to do business with Republicans, that's your business model, fine. If you only want to do business with Democrats, fine. When AOC put her sweater up, said what? Tax the rich for $68. Kevin O'Leary bought it. And Kevin O'Leary said, look, even a socialist eventually becomes a capitalist. He did a video and says, hey, AOC, why don't you contact me? I'd love for us to start a business together. I'd invest in these sweaters here. Let's do something together as a capitalist. He's taking a shot at her, but even an AOC understands she's willing to sell that sweater to a Republican. She's willing to sell that sweater to anybody, right? Okay, so invite him first, baptize him later, right? Invite him to the church, baptize him later. Sometimes if your platform is only one side, you're not going to baptize and convert people. The name of the game is converting. The name of the game isn't talking to people who already agree with you. The name of the game is to convert people. Any platform or leader that converts, that's a leader. Any leader or platform that's just talking to the same audience that's agreeing with you, you ain't making any kind of a change, by the way. Everybody agrees with you. There's no influence being made. And honestly, to be honest and take this even to a different level, you're actually copping out. You're actually weaker. I don't know if this makes sense. So, okay, so for the Christian community, where did he go to want to baptize people? You read the Bible. Where did he go? Where did Jesus go? Did he go to
the slums?
Did he go to where everybody agreed with him? You go to the best salesperson. Where do you go? Do you just go and talk to your customers? I went to an office one time. You know these companies that they do the trashes, they recycle. What do you call those companies? Something
landfills or something.
What is the name of it? There's a name of it. No, it's actually it's a multi-billion-dollar company that recycles papers. We have them ourselves. I don't know the company. We have a big contract with them. Anyways, so I go into the office. And the vice president of that office invites me in, and I'm speaking to their guys. And can you talk to my sales guys? I'm trying to figure out a way to improve my sales guys. I said, great. So I sit up and I said, okay, out of your calls how many calls you make per week? They give me the number. I said, how many are to existing customers? How many are to new customers? Oh, 95%. I'm like, okay, 95% to new customers, right? Oh, no. 95% to existing customers. I said, there's your problem. I said, we don't even need to go anywhere else.
Speech over.
I said, how long have you been in sales? 20 years. How long have you been here? 15 years. How long have you guys been flat in this office? About 9 years. We don't call it flat. We just call it consistent. I said, I'm sorry. I call it flat. In the world of business, you're either growing or you're dying. You guys are dying, just so everybody knows this. I said, how come you guys don't knock on doors or go talk to businesses that are not customers of yours? You ain't growing your business. You're just rehashing the same exact customers. And by the way, you're eventually going to lose customers to somebody else. That's not bring them in, baptize them later. I'm in the game of converting. I'm in the game of getting people who are not believers of business to say, babe, maybe we start a business part-time. I'm in the game of getting people to say, like yesterday, Greg came in here. He said the most interesting thing. The guy that we wrote a book together with. Phenomenal thing. He got emotional yesterday.
He was here yesterday?
We had a very special moment. He says, you know what's crazy, Pat? I said, what's that? He says, you know what was the toughest thing about writing this book with you? Because he's my writer. He wrote the book. We're not co-authors. He's a writer. He wrote. So rather than getting a ghostwriter and say, I wrote this book. I don't write this book. We wrote it together, but he's my writer, right? Okay. He says, because he saw me, intentionally, I said, before you write this book, you have to see me at the best and my worst. He says, what do you mean? I said, I want you to be in my board meetings and see how I react. I said, I want you to see me in sales meetings and see how I react. He says, you can go in the most exclusive meetings that nobody else has invited. Then you can write the book. So he saw me everywhere. He was with me with Kobe, with Bush, with Backend. I'm upset. Things are not working out. I'm in my suite. at
He's
Caesars.
there personally?
He's everywhere, seeing me at my best, worst, ticked off, losing it. This didn't work out. Just lost a couple hundred. He's seen everything, right? I said, now you can write the book. Then we write the book together. You know what he said yesterday? It was so moving. He says, Pat, you know, I'm the professor. I'm the guy that's the consultant. I'm the one that tells people what to do. He says, the hardest thing about writing the book with you is you forced me to get in the arena. He said, I have not been in the arena for 15, 20 years. See, that to me is winning because I converted someone to get into the arena. You win when you convert. You don't win when you're talking to the same people that say, and did you see, these guys don't care about us. You are not winning. You win when you convert. Mm-hmm. The left won because they converted. The right lost because they stopped converting and paying attention to the people who are younger in social media. You lost. That's a strategic loss. What did I vote for? You think I'm voting to raise the taxes? No. You think I'm voting for, I got an email yesterday from my friends at Goldman Sachs. There's a very high likelihood taxes are going up. I've known this. You think we voted for that? We want to put the money back into the business. No, we don't vote for raising taxes. We don't vote for, hey, let's go pay off everyone's college. We don't vote for that stuff. We vote for free enterprise, free market. I don't care who the person is. I don't even want to see the face of Trump and Biden. Give me your policies. I'll tell you who I'm voting for. That's who we vote for. Then it didn't work out. Why didn't it work out? It's strategy. So there is a very, very big misconception and a mindset. By the way, Christians, I went and spoke to a group of pastors in Newport Beach. And they invited me, can you come and talk to these pastors? I said, hey, why has donations have gone down? Not to your church, to Christian churches. Why are Christian churches so empty? Why is it? Well, it's because the new generation, they just don't want to tithe and they don't understand that the Bible, no. Don't get technical. Don't blame the new generation because you walked up 2 hills when you're going to school and it was snowing, all those stories that we always hear about. Why has it? Well, all these things I heard. I said, can I tell you the truth? What? I said, Mormon church is killing it. Same generation. Why is Mormonism killing it? I said, you ever gone to Mormon's YouTube channel? Can you go to LDS's YouTube channel? No. I pulled it up. I said, let's go to. I said, no. I said, listen, I'm not telling you go become a Mormon. I'm telling you, during the same time that you're losing members and donators, Mormonism's killing it. How many subscribers does LDS have? Just type in LDS and go to channel. 1.63 million subscribers, a religion. LDS has 1.63. You go look at the LDS church. Why have they? They have a system. They're young. Look at their videos. Go to sort by. Go to sort by on the top right. Look at it. 14 million view. Okay, 12 million view. 9.5 million. I'm a child of God. Okay. How come churches are not growing out? I go to a church in Dallas. I'm not going to say the name. I go to a church in Dallas. It's a big church. Fits 5,000 people. 600 people are there. Whoa. 75-year-old pastor is preaching. It's time to be a mentor. Let a young guy come in and do it. You preach maybe once a month. Yeah. But no, still have to have control. So again, but you're not converting, Mr. Pastor. But I know everything about the Bible. It doesn't matter. The idea of Christianity is to go disciple. It's the cost of disciple. When you become a Christian, the first book they ask you to read is The Cost of Discipleship, depending on what church you go to. Cost of discipleship is what? What happens to be a disciple? Because the whole idea of becoming a Christian is to what? To convert. The idea of business is what? To convert to somebody to say, I believe in you, Steve Jobs. Let's go change the world. I believe in you, Elon Musk. Let's go change the world. Don't ask any questions. Just get on the damn what? The jet, the plane. Don't question anything. Let's just go, right? Okay. People have forgotten that politics, business, religion, family, anything you look at is all about converting. And whoever's converting is winning. And whoever just wants to talk to people that agree with them, you are not losing. You're going to get your ass handed to you in ways you've never been handed to before. And the separation of the competitor is not going to be small. It's going to be a wide distance separation between you and your competitors. And it's not going to be pretty. That's what's going on today with politics.
Yeah, very interesting.
So if you enjoyed this little short segment from the podcast that we did, here's another short segment to watch. Or if you want to see the entire podcast, click over here. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.